What's up guys, Digmbot here, and just a quick little video. The footage you're going to see in the background is from the PC version of Bayonetta, which by the way runs like a dream. You should probably go pick it up. Alright, E3 2017 predictions. Yeah, it starts tomorrow, so let's just go ahead and talk about it. And the reason you're not seeing any press conference footage or anything from last year is because I was just too bloody lazy to go get it, so enjoy the Bayonetta. Microsoft. So, we know Scorpio is a thing. It was teased last year. We've seen the dev kits all over the place. So, pretty much guaranteed we get a Scorpio price and release date and what the actual name is going to be if it's not going to be Scorpio. Also, you remember a few years back when they debuted the Xbox One, Microsoft pushed really hard on the TV and sports thing. I'm hoping maybe they've learned their lesson, but I'm betting they're going to push Mixer, which used to be Beam, really hard. And don't know if they can compete with Twitch and YouTube, but you know, it's built into every Xbox, so we'll see. I don't know, I've tried out Beam myself. It's not a bad platform, but now that it's completely under Microsoft's control, but I'm betting they're going to push that real hard. Now we have the Scorpio coming. There's no Halo, there's no Gears of War, because Gears of War 4 just came out. Maybe we'll see Halo Master Chief Collection ported to the PC, but I'm betting we're going to see Forza 7 as a showcase for the Scorpio, probably with a car sitting on stage and an announcement of an exclusive new car manufacturer in the game, something like that. And I'm also going to bet Microsoft is going to double down on pulling indies from the PC, or pulling games from the PC, like they did with Ark. Maybe they'll give State of Decay 2 the AAA treatment and make it better than the original was, because State of Decay was fun, it was just unpolished as hell. I don't know, we'll see what Microsoft does, but those are kind of my big highlights for, or bets for Microsoft highlights. As for Sony, let's see. If Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to show up, this is going to be where they will show it. So Rockstar and Sony have always had a long relationship, and Red Dead 2, probably going to be at the Sony conference. Probably going to be a bunch of Destiny 2 news out of them. That's probably going to be across all platforms except Nintendo. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We might see something out of this thing. I don't know. It has apparently been having a lot of problems in development, and I'm really not that hyped about seeing it, because I'd rather just play the old one, to be honest. The main thing I'm curious about is to see all that old art and those old places revived in a new style, but what they've said about the gameplay doesn't really speak to me that much. What else could Sony bring? Well, God of War. Obviously, we saw a lot of that last year. I'm betting we get a release date and a price for it, and exclusive DLC things, and God of War will be there. Probably with an orchestra. That's just how Sony rolls. What else could Sony do? Oh, more VR stuff. PSVR is out, and I bet that they'll hype it up more. They've apparently sold a decent amount of units, and I'm betting that we'll see a lot more VR games. Now, whether they'll amount to more than tech demos or will actually be full-on experiences like the stellar Resident Evil 7 remains to be seen, but hopefully. A lot of people have speculated that maybe they'll debut a new handheld, since, you know, the Switch is out and it's doing so well, but I don't know. The Vita has not had a lot of success in the West, and a lot of the games on it are very niche over here, and devs don't really want to waste resources programming for it, so unless Sony can come with something really cool, I don't think it's a good idea, and I doubt we're going to see one. I think they've got enough on their plate with the console and with the VR, but you never know, because, I mean, the remote play for the Vita is a pretty neat feature. Alright, what about Nintendo? Alright, look, here's what Nintendo is going to do. They're going to spend way too much time talking about 3DS games. They aren't going to show Pokemon Stars for the Switch. They're going to focus entirely on Mario Odyssey for the Switch, and we're all going to be left wondering what the hell they're doing. So, we already know that we're not going to, you know, hear anything about their online service until next year, so I doubt that we're going to see that. Yeah, they're just going to talk about the 3DS too much, and they're going to focus on one game for the Switch. That's going to be Nintendo. It's probably going to be exciting if you're a Nintendo fan, which I am, but I'm growing a little tired of this, so Nintendo, please. Alright, Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII again. I don't know what else they really have in the pipeline. They dropped Hitman, so I don't know. Square can be a surprise to all of us. Now, the Bethesda conference. Well, we're going to get a new RPG, because there's been one rumored, and it's been rumored that it's going to be a space RPG. Don't get your hopes up. They're not going to do Morrowind. It's never happening. It's too early for them to announce another Elder Scrolls. So yeah, new IP, new space RPG. Now, what id and Arcane might be up to, I'm sure we'll see some announcements of like some more DLC for Dishonored 2. We might get something out of id about Quake. Well, it's guaranteed we'll get something more out of id about Quake, and hopefully, you know, they're making another Wolfenstein, because that would be great. I'd like to continue on this little id resurgence that we're having. Hell, they might even make a sequel to Rage. Kind of doubt it, though. Probably see more about, you know, like DLC and stuff for Prey. Elder Scrolls Legends will be there. Won't see anything about ESO because Morrowind just came out. They'll probably just hype up the fact that it's out and show us some numbers about it. Alright, who does that really leave left? Well, it leaves the indies, and Devolver Digital has gone off on their own this year, so I can't even tell you what might come out of that. That entire company's insane, so who the hell knows? But I'm sure it'll be interesting and fun. And lastly, the PC Gamer Show with Day 9. God, I don't know. Probably see a lot of trailers we've already seen, get some interesting interviews. AMD will shill their products for about 20 minutes. That's pretty much what I'm seeing there. I don't really know how the PC Gamer Show is going to go. It's always really hit or miss, even if you like Day 9, so I don't know. We'll see. That's really the big ones that are going to be there. I don't really know if I missed anybody, but those are kind of the ones that I care to talk about, so yeah. And if I had to predict who will quote-unquote win E3 this year, it's probably going to be Microsoft, because they got a new console coming out, so I expect there to be a bunch of stuff. Nintendo will just be Nintendo, and Sony will probably have a very strong showing, so... Oh, I know who I forgot. We'll close out with this. Ubisoft. Ubisoft will show a bunch of footage that will not look like the actual game that they release, and there will be no women in it, because women are hard to animate. And there will be climbing of towers, and things on a map for you to do, and lots of DLC announced, and they'll show off something multiplayer with some fake RPers, you know, talking in a way that none of us would ever talk online. Yeah, that'll be it. And as a final note, guys, I'm going to be restreaming E3 this weekend. You can check my Twitter. It's in the description below. It's at Digmbot. It's pretty easy to find. You can check that for when I'm going to be going live, and I'm just going to be restreaming the conferences and having some of my friends in chat to talk with me on voice, and we're just going to kind of break them down and probably tear into them and make fun of them as we go. So I hope you guys stop by for that, twitch.tv/Digmbot. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Hey, did you enjoy that video? Awesome! How about you click that subscribe button right there, or that Patreon button. Or if you're too lazy to do either one of those, check out these other two videos. I bet you'll like them.